On this episode of Lapeef, Let's Talk.
Perception. So I don't see what's the big deal. Like, if we can't just question shit, right? I understand, yes, we got great black leaders. But at the end of the day, that's why we get fucked so much, because we don't question each other. Look. That's why Black Lives Matter ran the muck on us. Because as a black person, we was forbidden to trust, we was forbidden to question anything they was doing. Now we finding out that they buying mansions on our dime. They goddamn giving baby daddies almost $1 million, giving brothers almost $1 million for security. But when you get down to it, why can't we just question it? She didn't do it in a crazy way. She just said, you know what? Which one is more important? The reality of what he was doing or the perception?
Wildly disrespectful. And this is the thing. As people, if we don't stand up and have some boundaries in our community, in our neighborhood, in our cities, this type of shit, it goes unchecked. We're gonna continue to down spiral because everything just becomes, oh well, they got a voice, they can say whatever they want with no consequences, with straight impunity.
Really, they don't even know the context of what their relationship is. They don't know what they was doing in their marriage. They have no clue, bro. Don't know nothing about what they was doing. And this is unreal because they will choose to have a whole conversation about somebody else's marriage that can't even have a conversation. Like, ain't like he can come back and defend himself or none of that. They will have a whole conversation about his marriage and don't know shit about the movement, bro. They don't know nothing about what he really stood for. I bet you they ain't never read a book about they probably don't even know how the I Have a Dream speech, bro.
That's even when Will Smith went to go speak to Oprah and she spoke about infidelities in their marriage. He was like, there's never been any infidelities in our marriage. I spoke to Jada and Jada spoke to me. We have an understanding. There's never been any infidelities. So to Anton's point, people don't know what their marriage dynamic was like. People don't know what she was willing to take. So I definitely see what you mean there. But again, it's perception versus reality. The perception is in her mind that the man cheated on his wife because she doesn't know whether or not they had an open relationship. She doesn't know whether or not they were polygamous. You know what I mean? So,
but what does that matter?
Business.
Why is that matter? Is what I'm asking.
Exactly. She plagiarizing shit and worried about another man. That's
not
even
what he did in his marriage is all I'm asking. How does that have anything to do with the work that he did? Nothing. No response.
Nothing.
I mean, nothing. But I guess she was second guessing his ability to really lead. But I don't know how she could do that.
She was not second guessing. She was trying to make a point, and to Anton's point, what he not apologize for cutting in on you, but I listened to that earlier, and that clip, I didn't watch the full video. I watched it in the beginning to get a feel for where they were going. Then I skipped through to get to the good part. Yo, she was what Anton was saying early was spot on. That young lady for a long time has been looking for any opportunity to tear black men down, period. Every time something come up with her, it's about some negative that she got to say about black men, and then she's manifesting everything. Manifest the husband then.
My thing is this though, right? Just real quick, brother, not to even cut you off, but it's the contradiction that kind of bothers me, especially with B. Simone. We talking about, we downing men with morals, saying men are not great this, men are not great that. The same B. Simone was thirsting after the baby. And I'm not sure if y'all familiar with the baby, but in terms of morality, he's not highest on the totem pole in that aspect. So again, when you get throwing rocks and shit, it's just like, fam, relax, because what that's going to do is that's going to open Pandora's box. Because going by what you're saying, right, is that if somebody had a transgression within a marriage that diminishes their value or shit, we got to go down the line. But Muhammad Ali is not great because he was cheating. Mike Tyson is not great because he was cheating. Michael Jordan is not great because he was cheating. Kobe is not great because so again, when you get to opening Pandora's box like that, you got to be careful. You got to be prepared for motherfuckers that you actually like and respect to be on that list too. Because Martin Luther King wasn't the only one cheating on his wife. And if we're gonna diminish somebody's greatness because of that, it damn there ain't nobody great. That we gonna buy those rules.
So, and didn't she talk about deleting her child?
Correct.
Correct.
So yeah.
What? Wait,
why
what?
do
No,
we
don't worry
listen
about
to
it.
these type of
You know
people?
what?
Like,
honestly, I had somebody else on the menu to cook up tomorrow, but I'm glad that we having this conversation. It's gonna be a whole nother morning show, bro. This is insane. Can't believe what I'm hearing, bro. This is insane.
I heard the context of it, right? And she asked a question with Martin Luther King, because they was really talking about relationships and cheating. So that was the context of the conversation. And they said, how does it affect your legacy? So they said, is the perception of Martin Luther King being a great family man, being great to his kids, or the reality that he was actually perceived to be all this stuff and still cheating, which one is most important? She used them exact words, and they both agreed. The perception. I listened to it. They didn't dog this man. They didn't call him out his name. They literally, I mean, if I'm seeing something wrong, I just looked at it. Y'all told me.
I didn't see that neither, Logic. That's what I said.
And they went on and they used other examples. So that was just an example of a great man, but in the aspects of a relationship. We all knew, and let's be honest, they used a good example. Everybody know Martin Luther King to be a great man. Mm-hmm. So they saying, is a perception that he presented most important, or the reality what he was doing behind closed doors more important? And they both agreed the perception. So I don't see what's the big deal. Like, if we can't just question shit, right? I understand, yes, we got great black leaders. But at the end of the day, that's why we get fucked so much, because we don't question each other. Look. That's why Black Lives Matter ran the muck on us. Because as a black person, we was forbidden to trust, we was forbidden to question anything they was doing. Now we finding out that they buying mansions on our dime. They goddamn giving baby daddies almost $1 million, giving brothers almost $1 million for security. But when you get down to it, why can't we just question it? She didn't do it in a crazy way. She just said, you know what? Which one is more important? The reality of what he was doing or the perception?